Now that you are in a deep trance, we are going to give you a trigger, or reinforce it if you already have it. The trigger phrase is "I am a Drago Knight." If you use this trigger phrase, or if someone that you are okay with triggering you says the trigger phrase "you are a Drago Knight," you will undergo the transformation that you are about to experience again at whatever speed you want. Additionally, you will instantly turn back into a human if you use the reset phrase "I am not a Drago Knight," or if someone that you are okay with resetting you says the reset phrase "you are not a Drago Knight." Now your transformation will begin. First, feel something light hit your head before it lands on the ground. You look at it, seeing that it bears the white, black and yellow markings of an Ultra Ball. However, before you can process this, it opens up and a bright red light reaches from within the ball to you, covering you as it glows softly. The light is warm and relaxing, helping to put your mind at ease amongst these strange events. The instant the light has surrounded you, your own body starts to glow. As it does, you begin to feel light and loose, your body turning into this warm bright red light. No true form or weight, just free-floating essence. You start to collapse into a sphere, your human shape going away as all that is left is your essence and your mind. It starts out with just your legs and feet flowing into your torso, making it round out. Then your arms and legs follow suit, your torso having lost its shape to being a simple sphere. After that, your neck and head join the sphere as your vision fades away, replaced with a passive awareness of the things around you. All that you can feel is warmth and relaxation, barely even aware of the shape that your essence has taken on. But after a few moments, you feel a tugging on your essence that pulls you towards the Ultra Ball. Like water falling through a funnel, you flow into the ball, feeling as your essence is pulled into it. All of this takes only a second, and once you are fully within it, you become aware of the Ultra Ball quickly snapping shut, your perception being limited to within the ball. You feel the ball shake once, your essence getting moved with it. And as it shakes, you feel your essence getting shrunken down, compressed. Perhaps you are confused, and try to will your essence to leave the ball, not knowing that the ball is far too strong for you to escape. Or perhaps you understand and accept what is going on, relaxing and enjoying the process. A second shake happens, and you shrink even more. You're so small now that the walls on the inside of the ball are barely within your perception. The third and final shake occurs, and your essence becomes so small that the walls of the ball feel like they are miles away from your area of perception. Having been fully shrunken down, you feel a wave of relaxation wash over you. Any cares, stresses, or worries that you had simply disappear. Your mind is silent, and if you were to stay like this forever, then you would be perfectly happy and content to do so. However, this is not your fate. You feel your essence shifting, starting to take on a new shape. First, you shift shape from a sphere, taking on that of a tall, wide torso that narrows as it goes up and blends seamlessly with the neck. The next thing to form is the shape of the head, with a small spike on top of it and a long rounded muzzle. Then, digitigrade legs form from the sides of the torso, their structure looking similar to someone crouching and standing on their toes. The only big visual difference is that the feet are much longer and the lower legs are much shorter. In reality, you'll move like normal, but you'll still perceive yourself as moving with digitigrade legs and feet. After that, tube-like arms form with round stumps for hands, followed by a long tail. The tail is as long as your torso is tall and acts like a continuation of it, gradually getting narrower the further out it goes until it ends in a dull point. While you can't be sure without anything to compare yourself to, you feel like your new body is about 7 feet tall. While still unable to see, you find that you can now move your essence with relative ease since it's taken on a humanoid shape. You move your new body around a bit, but are interrupted by further developments in it. First, you feel free claws form on each of your hands and feet. While the claws on your feet are all side by side, the ones on your hands are spread apart slightly, making them look like 2 fingers and a thumb. Each of these claws are as sharp or dull as your nails used to be. Next, a wide mouth forms on your muzzle, followed by 2 nose holes near the end of it. After that, 2 large bat-like wings form on your back. While they are strong enough to allow a human to fly or at least glide, they are not big enough for you to use them for anything. Now, 2 long antennas are forming on the top of your head. While there is no ground or gravity in this place, you intuitively know that these antennas will let you balance, and your hearing will be stronger in the directions that they are pointing. While you can control them, they are not very strong, and if something is holding onto them or restricting them, you will find that both your balance and hearing are greatly reduced. Lastly, your large eyes form. Able to see your body, you see that while it has the shape that you expected, there's no texture, and the color of your body is a constantly shifting prismatic display of the light that is your raw essence. At this point your body feels strange. While its shape makes it clear that it has a significant physical element, it feels mostly like it is made of energy. However, that is about to change. First, a layer of skin forms over you. Most of it is light orange, but there is a stripe of cream-colored skin. It starts out along the bottom edge of your mouth, and goes down your muzzle, then the front of your neck, continuing to the front of your torso, and then it goes back along the bottom side of your tail until it ends at the tip of your tail. Every 3 inches on this stripe, there is a thin horizontal black line. Next, your claws take on their own color and material, becoming hard and white. After that, your antennas are covered in a flexible but durable cream-colored material. Now, your wings are filling in. The outer spines on them are covered in your light orange skin, but the rest of them is encased in a teal-colored membrane. With your outer layer formed, you feel the energy within you solidifying, and before long you've fully changed into a Drago Knight both inside and out. You spend some amount of time just blissfully floating there in your new form. It could be seconds, minutes, or even hours, you aren't sure. After some amount of time, you feel yourself collapsing back into your essence, becoming white this time and taking just a few seconds to become a sphere again. Then, you feel yourself getting bigger as your essence starts to rapidly grow. It only takes a moment for you to be able to perceive the Ultra Ball again, sensing that it is open. Having become so big that you almost don't fit in the ball, you feel your essence being funneled out of the ball as you continue to grow. Where you are funneled out to, you quickly take on the shape of your new form, your torso appearing, then your legs, feet, arms, hands, tail, and finally your neck and head. With all of your essence out of the Ultra Ball, the physical aspects take only a single moment to manifest. While being caught in and released from the Ultra Ball always feels like it takes a considerable amount of time, it all happens in the matter of a few seconds. Now that you're out in the world, you feel an urge to roar. If you're in a place where it would be bad or you would be uncomfortable doing so, the urge will be barely noticeable, but if it is a good time and place, you will let out a long and powerful roar. When you roar, or when you try to communicate if you don't roar, you'll find that as a Drago Knight it feels natural to communicate using low, deep growls, grunts, and roars along with hand gestures. You'll still be able to communicate normally when you have to or need to, but otherwise you'll communicate as a Drago Knight like you should, enjoying it despite the difficulty in communication, finding that the difficulty and any failure to communicate that it causes doesn't even slightly annoy or bother you. Soon this trance will end, and you will awaken in your new form. However, before that you must know that the effects of this hypnosis file will become inactive if they are a risk to your physical body or your well-being, if they are a risk to your social or professional life, if there is an emergency that they would prevent you from dealing with to the best of your abilities, or if they are a risk to your mental health. Also, any effect of this hypnosis file that was an issue will become active again once it no longer will be one. Additionally, you will never find this hypnosis file or the effects of it to be even slightly addicting. In a moment I will count from 1 to 5. When I do, you will wake up and roar, basking in what you have become. If you are in a place where you are comfortable roaring, you will roar with your voice, and if you are not in a place where you are comfortable roaring, you will roar with your mind. Now you will be awoken. 1. Preparing to roar. 2. Gathering your strength. 3. Knowing that this roar will fully affirm you in what you have become. 4. Ready to let loose with all of your power. 5. Awaken and roar Drago Knight, roar.